Hey, what up guys? How you doing? Here's Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 26. And today we are hopefully going to put an end to this struggle of trying to find the perfect striker for us, because we currently have an empty spot there and I need to fill it with someone in today's episode. Do me a huge favor, hit that thumbs up button. Let's go for 4,000 likes in this episode. I know you can do it. Thank you for your support. It means the world to me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the notification bell. Become part of the notification squad. I'd appreciate it. And it's a pretty exclusive squad to be a part of. So let's get into the episode then. As you can see, Lacazette sold. I didn't give him too much time. Maybe that's a little bit of an error. But we were able to sell him and sell a few things in our club. Discard a few things in our club. And then it came around to finally being able to have enough coins to buy this Raheem Sterling, who I actually want to try off chemistry as my new striker. And look what I missed. I missed someone listing him up for 35k. That's 100,000 cheaper than he normally goes for. Oh my god, imagine the scenes if I'd have managed to actually snipe that one. You lot would have been fuming because I'd have been another 100,000 coins ahead. But yeah, eventually we get one for like 131. Which is still pretty good in my opinion. It's still the same price or cheaper than doing the SBC for Theo Walcott's flashback. So I think what we've got here is someone that could be a monster. Just knowing how this game plays, super fast, super tiny, super agile. Hopefully the shot's all right. That is what we're going to be using today. Now, He's not a striker. I know that I've put him as a striker in the thumbnail and stuff. That's where we're going to be playing him. He is my new striker. He just plays default as a right-sided player. So he's going to be on 6 chem for the first 10 games, then 7 chem after that. And I don't think we're going to notice much of a difference. I put a sniper chemistry style on him just because it will boost his finishing and attack positioning and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of important for him. We don't need any help on the pace, and any extra dribbling stuff, maxing those stats out will be great. So yeah, physical doesn't matter. His passing, I guess, might have been a wise move to put a dead eye on him, but we've gone for a sniper, so we'll see what happens with that. So yeah, he is going to be my striker. Raheem Sterling is my new striker alongside Neymar. Like I was saying to you guys in a previous episode, I need someone a little bit like Neymar, so super agile, very fast and stuff like that, and pretty tricky and can turn nicely, but I need him to not be the price of Neymar, and I think that's kind of what we found here. I don't expect him to be actually anywhere near as good as the Brazilian, but hopefully he is somewhat representative of a good little striker on this game. So my first opponent of the day has Red Lewandowski and flashback Theo Walcott. On his bench he had Player of the Month Pookie and MLS Player of the Month Martinez. So he was loving the SBC player content right now. He's what we like to call an SBC merchant. Now I am also an SBC merchant, but I'm trying to just withhold myself a little bit this year because I know that last year's Road to Glory we wasted or spent a lot of coins on player SBCs, and it's not necessarily always the best thing to do, is it? But, I mean, 10 minutes into this first game and Sterling scored twice. I know that they weren't necessarily... that goal was good. The way we turned the defender, that's exactly what I'm looking for. But the first goal, we got very lucky with the little tapping and stuff. But he was getting himself into situations, getting himself into the positions which I really desperately wanted him to. And working very well with Neymar here. I ended up... did we end up scoring? No, that was a good save from the goalkeeper. Maybe a poor shot decision from me. But yeah, as you can see, just Raheem is he's super agile and stuff on the ball, and genuinely that's what works this year. It is the polar opposite of what worked in FIFA 19. If you use a little Alejandro Gomez or a little even use a little Raheem Sterling at the start of FIFA 19 when headers were a crazy thing and stuff, you get destroyed. Because all the defenders can catch up, the strength was OP, and you need someone at the back post that's going to win a header. That's not the case this year. It's more of a case of just getting to the edge of that box, dribbling around, maybe making 1 or 2 passes back, finding that gap, dribbling through it, couple of turns, couple of skill moves, and of course the tiny agile players, the ones with the very, very high ball control and dribbling stats, are going to be the best at that. So yeah, a couple goals on his debut, already given me better feelings than what Lacazette did, and Sterling he's on 6 chem at the moment, so even though he's got fairly poor shooting and passing, he actually still playing really well. I don't think those stats and that chemistry factor and stuff really makes that much of a difference right now. He's still feeling nice in game. So then we go into this game right here. Solid La Liga squad. It's nice. He's got Longley. He's got Ousmane Dembele. He's got some good players in there. But once again, we get past the defender. Look at that. He actually scores. He actually somehow outmuscles the defender. And I think that was because he took the long touch and just got his shoulder in front of them. So they couldn't, like, even if they outstrengthed him, that would have been a push over and given me a penalty. And, like, perfect. Genuinely. I'm so happy. I feel like we found the perfect striker that is going to take us into the weekend league for a little bit of glory. So I struggled to get the ball in the corner for this free kick, so I decided to do what I do best and try one of the top spin ones. And did you see that, right? You saw that whole free kick in motion. You don't actually need to do like the whole getting the little circle in the corner and actually inside the frame of the goal. You can put it way above. And then you just got to choose the right shot type with the right stick. So we did top spin, so we go down up, and then the arrow faces down. It means the ball's gonna like dip down like crazy. But even so, it was too far and too much power and stuff, or too much dip. So the goalkeeper saved it. But whilst I've just been going on about free kicks for a moment there, we scored 2 more goals. Neymar with 1, and then Sterling once again with another. So he's off to a flyer. This time it was just a case of he had more pace. He was away from that defender. Goalkeeper started coming out. I hit that really early and I didn't time it either. So that finesse to go in from there when he's got poor shooting on 6 chem, that's means the world that one flew in, because it sort of tells you a little bit about what you need to know about shooting. They're not always going to miss just because of what he's actually on. Did you see the movement? I think it's like an LT fake shot from Raheem there. It was quite nice where they do the fake shot, but then they knock it from one foot to the other, and it sometimes does the defenders. And obviously I felt bad because I gifted a goal to my opponent. I didn't mean to, but yeah, I'm still pretty sloppy in what to do from goal kicks and how to get the ball out of my defence and stuff. I need to very much work on those situations, because that will cost you games in the weekend league. Luckily, we already scored 4 in this one, so we were going to win no matter what. And that pushes us out of the relegation zone into 1276. But I'm really getting low. Like we're making our way into the mid ranks of rank 2, which is good, and obviously I'm going to need to keep that up so that I stay in rank 2 over Wednesday to Thursday night. I know that it's Friday by the time you're watching this, but like the skill rating thing, that's kind of worrying me, that we are kind of a Division 5 / Division 4 player, and I really hope that I could be a little bit better than that. But then also I ask a lot of you guys, and a lot of you were like high gold, maybe elite finishers last year. You're saying that you're struggling, you're actually sat down in Division 6 or Division 5 this year. So I just think that the divisions haven't dispersed enough yet. So don't be too disheartened by rivals. I know it is very sweaty and it is very difficult. And every now and again I get one of those games where I can score 4 goals, and that means I'm coming up against one of those players that actually should be in Division 6, and I finally found someone that I can beat. But yeah, maybe it's just going to take another month or so for the actual rivals, like divisions, to even themselves out, where all the best people get up to Div 1, all the good people are in Division 2 and Division 3. We'll chill at Division 4 still, most likely, and then like the Division 7s, Division 8s and stuff, maybe they'll be full of the people that are just struggling at this game. So we get our late equaliser, I think it was, with Neymar. Yeah, we end up getting a 2-2 draw against this guy who was actually pretty good at the game, and again I struggled. He was dribbling very well with James Maddison and in form, and I'm just like, I should be able to deal with a player like that. But a lot of the teams in the Prem can't at the moment, so who am I to try and defend against James Maddison? He's a very good little player. But he must have had a higher skill rating than us, because we actually got skill rating for getting a draw against that guy. Boosting ourselves up to like 15,000, 15,500 rank points. Moving into this game right here. Lovely squad. Very nervous to come up against Heung-min Son. Davinson Sanchez at the back is difficult to defend against. Overall, just a nice squad. I think when you've got someone like Son, and then you've got like Cancelo and some other expensive players, it seems a little bit weird that you're using Thomas Partey and stuff in the middle. But maybe maybe that sort of thing works. And like João Felix, I wouldn't necessarily say he's the sort of player that someone who's got a Son in their team would be wanting to use. But it is João Felix which is the one that destroys me in this one. Like, he scores the penalty, but then I expected him to cut in on his stronger foot, on the right foot, but he hits it with the outside of the boot into the top corner, and I just get destroyed. But we knock it back to Ousmane Dembele, and he gets loads of power behind that finesse shot. So that was a nice goal to score, and we actually get a goal back, which means this game might not be fully over. Then Sissoko knocks it through to Ousmane, up to Neymar, through to Lucas Moura, who is able to knock it across. That's the smart pass. Normal Lasty would have probably tried to open up the body of Lucas to finesse it around the goalkeeper, but that's not a guaranteed goal, and I did spot Raheem the Dream just sort of making that brilliant run, and it was easy for the tap-in, of course, so he gets another goal added to his account. But then look what João Felix does. His shooting is nice. He's only got 80 shooting on his card, but it is nice, and I am getting wrecked by it. And then I give away a penalty stupidly at the end of this match, and actually get given a straight red for it with Nelson Semedo. That sucks. But yeah, so this game is pretty much going to be over if he scores the penalty, of course. But yeah, you can see why that was a bit of a rash challenge, obviously. And then he steps up with... Does he step up with Felix to get another goal in this game? Like, I don't think Son actually did anything against me. It was 4 goals from João Felix. So fair play to my opponent. But yeah, it was a fairly even game, but we ended up ruining ourselves towards the end there. And that's why there was a 2-goal difference at the very end. So a loss there is going to drop us down into the relegation zone once again, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 1245 skill rating. I've got to watch that. I've got to try my very best to not lose a whole bunch of games before I actually open my rewards for you guys. And that will, of course, be in tomorrow's episode, and you'll know by then whether or not we're in Div 4 or 5 next week. Because I had no coins left after Sterling, I went and gutted my club a little bit, so discarded some of the golds that weren't selling, listed a bunch of silvers, listed a bunch of bronzes, just so that I could maybe try and get from like 1 or 2k, maybe up to 15k again. So I tried to sell a few that were actually selling at this point in time. Not necessarily the smartest move, because those players should really be kept for like marquee matchups and stuff. But sometimes I just felt like I needed to give myself a little bit of coins back. So yeah, like that's exactly what we did. So that's why my coin balance will go from around 2k up to 10, 15, 20, whatever it will actually go up to. And then I decided, because that rivals and stuff was stressing me out, and it was difficult, I thought I would just relieve a bit of stress. We'll go into a classic match in FUT friendlies. It doesn't matter what we come up against. We're just going to try and score a bunch of goals. And I think I got kind of lucky. I came up against someone. He had like Vinicius Jr. and Carvajal and a couple of other players, but I didn't recognise the names of many of the other players. Little voice crack there for you. I didn't recognise the names of many other players, which maybe suggested that it was either like a silver team or some starter players and stuff. And obviously when Raheem comes up against that, he just goes to town. He ended up getting a 42-minute hat-trick. It felt good as well. If you ever do want to just relieve a bit of stress from rivals, just head on into FUT friendlies. Yeah, you're not going to like earn rank points towards anything or whatnot, but every now and again you might just need one game. A little rainbow flick to volley from Neymar, and that one flies into the back of the net. He's hit that one perfectly, the Brazilian, and he gets on the score sheet as well. And I think in a moment I end up doing literally the same thing again, but we do need to see this one back on the replay, because the Neymar rainbow flick is pretty special because it looks different to everybody else's, and then the way that he hits that right on the bounce, and it flies into the roof of the net. Lovely goal from Nene. Now he does it again. I try a whack-a-whack. I was trying to do some skills and stuff at this point, and then as you can see here, I think we just yeah. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Absolute. I'm basically Kazooie. Just literally. I hope you're enjoying my skill montage, because I am a FIFA god. In reality, I was coming up against someone with a starter team, and I was just destroying, which is probably a little bit bad. Maybe I shouldn't have been so harsh to someone that maybe had a starter team, but I just wanted to go out there and score a few goals, and I think that's a wise move for any of you guys out there. I wasn't sweating. I was just as you can see, I was trying to do a few skills, trying to score some nice goals. So that's exactly what we did, and that was a nice little stress relief, knowing that I had enough rank points for that time, for that day, that I didn't need to play anymore and stress myself out at a late time at night. So the first, 5 games for Raheem Sterling has resulted in 5 goals. I know he scored a hat-trick in the last one, but they don't count on your bio because it's foot friendlies. So he's obviously off to a flyer, even though he's currently on the 6 chem and obviously out of position as my striker. He's just been amazing. He's been exactly what I need, or what I think I need anyway. So he is a good option for our striker. Should he decide to go a little bit quiet in the weekend league, I think we could, of course, move him back out to a winger, replace him with Lucas Moura, who's already at the winger spot, and move him to striker. Maybe we could do that as well. But I think I feel like Raheem just turns and stuff a little bit quicker, so that could be our best option for now. Also thinking of maybe, everyone I'm playing now is in a 4-2-3-1, and I feel like maybe I'm just missing out if I'm not in that formation. The 4-4-2 is good and all that, but I do feel those empty spots in the middle kind of hurt me a little bit. I feel like I need something with a central cam, so we might try that for the weekend league this week with Raheem up top, Neymar cam, or flip them two, I'm not too sure yet. Moura and Dembele out on the wings, with, of course, Ndombele and Sissoko as my DMs. That could work out for us quite nicely. Again, I'm still not stuck on a formation. I think 4-4-2 has been the most successful for me so far, but I genuinely still don't know exactly what I should be doing, so we will continue to play around with that. Tomorrow, guys, will be my first weekend league rewards, and my first, well, not my first Rivals rewards, but with the Rivals rewards as well. Hopefully we can secure rank 2 so we get some decent untradeable packs for that, and we've got a nice little pack opening for you tomorrow, so look forward to that. Smash a thumbs up on today's episode. I need that support from you guys. It's Friday, and sometimes the videos don't do as well on Friday. So if you guys can smash it up, push it up in that trending page, that would be amazing. And of course, well, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram. The links are down below. They're up on screen right now. Subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell. All of these things you should be doing. Or I hope you would be anyway. Most importantly, I do hope you have a wonderful day. It's the weekend. Relax. It's only time for the weekend league, isn't it? That's not exactly stressful. Anyway, I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode, guys. Peace.